Question 14. Show that the equation x cubed plus 4x equals 1 has a solution between x equals 0 and x equals 1. Right, the way that we need to do this is we need to, first of all, rearrange to equal 0. So if we take away that 1 from both sides, we'll get x cubed plus 4x, take away 1 equals 0. Okay, remember to solve any equation, you really need it to equal 0 at the end, because then we can factorize or put in values. Okay? There's a solution between 0 and 1. Okay, well, what would happen if x was 0? If x was 0, we'd have 0 cubed plus 4 lots of 0, take away 1, and that would be 0, that would be 0, take away 1, minus 1. And what would happen if x was 1? Now we're going to put, that was when x was 0, now we're going to do x equals 1. So we'd have 1 cubed plus 4 lots of 1, take away 1. So 1 cubed is 1, 4 times 1 is 4, so 1 plus 4 is 5, take away 1 leaves you with 4. Now because that's a negative value and that's a positive value, it means it's crossing the 0 at some point in there, which means there must be a solution. So 1 negative, 1 positive. So there is a solution. Okay, if I was to draw this as a graph, I'm not going to try and replicate the x cubed as such, but we'd have the y value at when x is 0 and when x is 1. When x is 0, we'd have a y value of minus 1, and when x is 1, we have a y value of 4. So it would go something like that. Yeah, so y value of minus 1, y value of 4. And therefore, at some point between those two, it crosses. And therefore, you'd have an x value, you'd have a y value of 0. B. Show the equation x cubed plus 4x minus 1, equals 1 can be arranged to give you x equals 1/4 minus x cubed over 4. Okay, if we take a look at that, we're trying to get x equals, so we're rearranging the equation to have x equals. So we know the thing that we're trying to get is this x here on its own. Okay? So we move things away from there. So at the moment we've got x cubed on this side, so we want it on the other side. So we're going to take it away from both. So our first step is take away x cubed from both sides. So that's going to leave us with 4x equals 1 minus x cubed. And then, to get x on its own, we're going to divide both sides by 4. So we get x equals 1 over 4, take away x cubed over 4. Done. Only one mark, not too difficult. Third one, starting with x0 equals 0, use the iteration formula, x to the n plus 1 equals 1/4 minus x cubed n over 4. What that means is our current value of x there will become our new value of x here. Okay, so we start off with using x equals 0 over here, and then that'll give us the x1. So x1 is going to equal 1/4 minus 0 to the power 3 over 4. So 0 to the power 3 is still 0, so that's going to be 1/4 take away nothing. So 1/4 take away nothing is 1/4. We're having to do it twice, and that's our first one. Okay, so you can write down first iteration if you want. So iteration just means putting it through the process more than once. We now have a new value of x. So the second iteration iteration of x is going to be a quarter minus a quarter cubed over 4. So that will be a quarter cubed is 1 over 4 times 4 is 16 times 4 is 64. That's going to be a quarter minus 1 over 64 over 4. And you can use your calculator to do that for you, because we have a calculator. So 1 quarter minus 1 over 64 over 4, and you get the final answer of 63 over 256. Okay, and that is our second iteration. And it only asks you to go through twice. Now, obviously with iteration you could keep going and get closer and closer and closer to the correct answer, but you're unlikely to ever reach the exact answer unless you do it for a very long time.